Good morning, one and all. Myself Bhavani from Civil Department. Today I am going to give the lecture on cyclones and storm surge. Firstly, what is meant by this cyclone means? It is nothing but the wind storms that is accompanied by the heavy rainfall with having the very low pressure areas. And when these cyclones are going to occur means it occur when the rainfall will be very heavy at that time. And these are caused due to the continuous process of rising of hot air over the ocean surface. Here you can see means how these cyclones is going to be formed in this circular motion. Okay, when any heavy rainfall is occurring on the ocean surface, like this cyclone is going to be occurred. And mainly in overall the world, we are going to call this cyclone in different names. Firstly, coming to the means in China, what we are going to call this cyclone means Tufan. And next one in India and another region, Indian Ocean region, we are going to call it as the tropical cyclone. And hurricanes can be called in Caribbean Sea, and tornadoes can be called in USA, and willy willies can be called in northern Australia. Next, Baguio can be called in Philippines. And lastly, typhoon will be called in Japan. These are all the regional names of cyclone in various regions of the world. And how this cyclone is going to be formed, cyclone or tufans, hurricanes, these are all the same names of cyclones here. Mainly how this cyclone is going to be formed means it will be mainly depend upon the region where that cyclone is going to be occurred. Why? Because it will be, when that cyclone is going to be formed, it will be a combination of both specific atmospheric and also oceanic conditions. Due to this atmospheric and ocean conditions only, this cyclone is going to be formed. Coming to the first one, that is warm ocean waters. Means due to this warm ocean waters also, these cyclones can be formed. Mainly, these cyclones typically form on the warm ocean surfaces which having the temperature of 26.5 degrees Celsius. Means this temperature water that can be called as the warm ocean water. And this warm water, it provides the overall energy that will be needed for the cyclone development and also for the intensification. And when this cyclone is going to be formed near due to this warm ocean water means it should be having the temperature of 26.5 degrees Celsius, and mainly it also provides the cyclone development and intensification of the cyclone here. And coming to the next one, that is moisture. And due to this moisture, evaporation will be from the warm ocean surface only. From this warm ocean surface, it saturates the air with the moisture here. Means when the heavy rainfall is going to be occurred at that specific temperature, that is 26.5 degrees Celsius, it saturates the air into the moisture, and that will lead to the formation of the low pressure area. Why? Because these cyclones are nothing but the what? Means these cyclones will be occurring when the heavy rainfall is occurring, and also at the low pressure area these cyclones are going to be occurred. Due to this moisture content also, this low pressure area can be formed. And coming to the next one, that is low pressure system. And when warm water will be there means automatically moist air near to that warm air will get started, and due to this only it will going to be create the low pressure at the surface. And due to this low pressure system only, we are going to begin, means it begins the overall, it draws the surrounding air and also the further fueling development of that cyclone here. Due to this low pressure system also, cyclones are going to be formed. Next one is Coriolis effect. And what is meant by this Coriolis effect means spinning motion. Means when this cyclone is going to occur means at that time cyclone will be in the circular motion with a spinning action will be there. That is called as the Coriolis effect. And mainly these rotation of the earth, mainly this rotation of the earth that causes the air to deflect, that will be leading to the spinning motion of that cyclones. And mainly there will be difference between the northern hemisphere region and also southern hemisphere region. In northern hemisphere, cyclones will rotate in the counterclockwise direction, and in southern hemisphere they will rotate in clockwise direction. Why? Because due to that means that area also this Coriolis effect will get affected. Why? That's why only here northern hemisphere it is nothing but that cyclone will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction, and in southern hemisphere it will rotate in the clockwise direction. And next one is vertical wind shear. What is meant by this vertical wind shear? Means it is nothing but the change in wind speed and also direction with altitude. Means wind speed and also its direction, we are going to call it as the vertical wind shear. Due to this vertical wind shear or minimum wind shear, it allows the cyclones to maintain its structure, and also it going to be strengthened, that one also. Due to this only cyclones are going to be formed. And due to this high wind shear, this can disrupt the cyclone development, and this can cause the weakening of that cyclone also. Means when minimum wind shear will be there, means it allows the cyclone to maintain its overall strengthening and also structure. But when this high wind shear is going to be occurred, means automatically cyclone will get affected. Means it get weakens when compared with the low wind shear and when compared with the high wind shear. High wind shear, it will just weaken the cyclone here. Next one is formation of the eye. And here, how this formation of the eye is going to be affected, that means going to be develop this cyclone, means when any cyclone is intensifies, means it gets increases, then what will happen? Overall central area of that sinking area, means this is your cyclone, and like this cyclone will get formed. Here this center point will be there, no? This center area of that sinking air, that is known as the eye forms at the center. Means this center part, means when that rotation is going to be occurred, no, that point is called as the eye forms at the center. And when this formation will be there, means that surrounding area of that eye, it is called as the eye wall. Means in this surrounding area of this eye wall only, the strongest winds and also heaviest rainfall is going to be occurred at that time. Okay. Next one is continued heat and moisture. As long as this cyclone remains, means when this cyclone will remains on the warm ocean water, means automatically that encounters the atmospheric conditions, and that will increase the strength and size of that cyclone here. Due to this continuation of the heat and also moisture content, due to this moisture and also due to this warm ocean water, cyclone will get strengthened and its size also going to be increased here. And next one is 6 factors that are responsible for the formation of the cyclones. Means I already told you what is how these cyclone will get formated. But here some small points. These are the factors that are responsible for the cyclone here. First one is sufficient warm temperature at the sea surface. Means nearer the sea surface or nearer the ocean surface, overall temperature of the water will be warm. At that time only these cyclones are going to be formed here. Next one is atmospheric stability. Means in this atmospheric instability also these cyclones are going to be occurred. Next one is Coriolis effect. Means this Coriolis effect nothing but what means that spinning action. Means when this spinning action will takes place, means when that going to be takes place, means when low pressure will be developed at that area. When any low pressure is developed at that cyclone area, means that is called as the Coriolis effect, and this will almost strengthen your cyclone also. And next one is high humidity in the lower to middle levels of the troposphere. Means when that overall humidity at that region will be high, means there also formation of the cyclone will get started. Next one is pre-existing low-level focus. Means overall, means already there will be cyclones, developed cyclones, that is nothing but the pre-existing low-level focus, and also the disturbance. Means if any disturbances will be there, any pre-existing cyclone will be there, means automatically what will happen means these cyclones are going to be formed here. Next one is low vertical wind shear. Means just now only I already told you. Why? Because in this one, if there is a low wind shear, means automatically what will happen here? Here you can see, if there is low wind shear, means it allows the cyclone to start. If there is high wind shear, means it will weaken the overall cyclone here. And next one is what are the different types of cyclones means. First one is tropical cyclones. When these tropical cyclones are formed means when overall this subtropical ocean waters that are formed when this low pressure system will get started. That is called as the tropical cyclones. And this will be just organized convention also. Organized convention nothing but thunderstorms here. Means when this tropical cyclones is going to be occurred means when there will be over one tropical or subtropical ocean waters on the overall that surface, that when there will be low pressure system will be there, no, there these cyclones can be formed here. And this include in these tropical cyclones, these include the hurricanes like Atlantic and also Eastern Pacific Oceans, and tufans in the Western Pacific Ocean. These are all the different types of tropical cyclones here. Next one is extratropical cyclones, and these extratropical cyclones, these are also known as mid-latitude and also frontal cyclones. And mainly how these are going to be formed means due to the weather conditions. Means due to the weather conditions that will be fueled by the cold and warm air masses, then this is going to be occurred. And these extratropical cyclones can be, we can see in the areas like where there will be strong western winds will be there, like regions like North Pacific area, North Atlantic area. Here in these areas we can find these extratropical cyclones. And next one is subtropical cyclones. In this subtropical cancer, it is nothing but the combination of both tropical and also extratropical cyclones here. And mainly this will be formed in the areas where this cool surface area will be there, and that having the less defined warm surface will be there. There only these subtropical cyclones can be formed here. And next one is Mediterranean cyclone or Medicane. This Medicane is one of the cyclone, that is nothing but the Mediterranean cyclone here. These cyclones can be formed over the Mediterranean Sea. That's why it is called as the Mediterranean cyclone here. Mainly overall characteristics of this Mediterranean cyclone will be similar to that of the tropical cyclones. Why? Because when there will be warm water will be there on the ocean surface, at that time only these Mediterranean cyclone will be occurred on the Mediterranean Sea. And these are rarely compared to the tropical cyclones, and these can when these cyclone is going to be occurred means there will be heavy rainfall will be there, and storm surges will be there. These storm surges to coastal region that will boarding the overall Mediterranean region. Why? Because if this Mediterranean cyclone is occurred at that Mediterranean Sea means it will impact most of the area, means there will be so much loss of the humans and also the ecosystem of that area also. Next, what are the different effects of this cyclone means? These, in this one, tropical cyclones, it will trigger the very serious rainfall, and also due to this serious rainfall means heavy rainfalls, landslides are going to be occurred. Okay, and This can cause the serious damage to the towns, villages near. Why? Because nearer to that, when these cyclones are occurred nearer to that area, overall that area can be damaged because of these cyclones here, and they can destroy the coastal companies such as shipyards, oil wells also. And when these hurricanes can blow the inland means automatically these human settlements, these are going to be causing lot of devastation at that area where these hurricanes or cyclones is going to be occurred. At that area there will be so much damage to the human life and also properties. And these cyclones can trigger the lot of crop damage, and also this will destroy the plenty of forest area also. And there will be so much disturbance to the lives, means civic lives. There will be so much disturbance because of these cyclones. And automatically what will happen means when these cyclones are occurred means there will be loss of electricity, and there will be telephone lines will be dead at that time. So there will be so much loss to the civilian people. And these torrential rains, these often accompany these cyclones also, which will lead to the flooding here. Due to this heavy rainfall only floods are going to be occurred. Due to this heavy rainfall, landslides, flooding, these are all going to be occurred because of this heavy rainfall only. And also there will be damage to the properties, and there will be damage to the human lives, and there will be so much damage to the overall electricity lines, telephone lines, because there will be no communication at that time because of this heavy rainfall. And in our India, what are the cyclone prone areas means? These India is highly vulnerable to the natural hazards like earthquakes, floods, droughts, landslides, cyclones. Why? Because in our India, there will be very few regions which are vulnerable to these natural hazards. In that one, according to this meteorological department, there are almost 13 coastal states and also union territories in India that are prone to the cyclone areas. And what are these union territories or some of the states which are cyclone prone areas means? 4 states, nothing but Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, and in union territories, Pondicherry on the east coast will be there, and Gujarat will be on the west coast, or very vulnerable cyclone prone areas in our India. And in these cyclone warning systems in India, and how we are going to warn the overall people who are going to live nearer to these cyclone prone areas means, there will be so many departments, means Indian meteorological departments. This will automatically give the warning systems to the nearby centers, means when this where this cyclone occurring regions will be there, no? There will be cyclone warning systems will be there. These meteorological department, they have to warn that centers, means this time a cyclone is going to occur, just leave that area. Like that they will automatically warn us before the cyclone is coming only. Why? Because it is very important to save our lives also, and it is very important to save the human properties also. And here in our India, this nearer to the Bay of Bengal, there will be area like area cyclone warning centers, and in Arabian Sea we have a cyclone warning center. These two centers, they will automatically report to the coordinating center, that is nothing but the National Cyclone Warning Center. When there will be any cyclone is going to be occur means, these two, that will be nearer to the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea, these two centers, they will just inform the National Cyclone Warning Systems, and they will do some measures to eradicate these cyclones also. And these, according to the meteorological department, I already told you what are the states and what are the union territories that are cyclone prone regions. Here again you can see here. And coming to the next topic, that is a storm surge. What is meant by this storm surge means? It is nothing but the abnormal rise in the sea level along its coast, and if this is your coast, means this is overall the ocean, means this is overall the water region, means sea level along this coast that will be generated by the powerful storm, that is called as the storm surge. This is this storm surge is also called as, means this will be why this is going to be occurred, means due to the powerful storms, nothing but tropical cyclones and also hurricanes. This is how storm surges can be look like. And how these storm surges are going to be occurred, means it can be caused due to many factors here, that can be included with low atmospheric pressure, strong winds, and also forward motion of the storm. When the storms is going to be occurred, means if there are strong winds, very heavy winds will be there, means automatically the storm wind surges are going to be formed. If there is low pressure at the center of that storm, means it will create the bulge. It will create the bulge of that water beneath that one, and this will automatically do what, means these strong winds that will push the water to the coastal area, means that will just push the water towards the shore of the, if this is your overall water region, means this is the shore here. Automatically when the strong wind pushes the water towards the shore, means these storm surges are going to be formed here. And when these storm surges is going to be occur, means it how much magnitude it is going to be occurred, means it will be mainly depending on the size, intensity and speed of that storm, means in that speed of the storm also, and what is the shape of that storm and what is the slope of that coastal area, we are going to see each and everything. Why? Because if any storm surge is already occurred, means we have to get the overall data of that storm surge here, and these surge height can be ranged from few feet to the overall 6 meters height, which can be above the normal sea level. If this is your normal sea level, these storm surges, it will almost affect the 6 meters, means overall 6 meters it is going to be occurred to the normal sea level here. Okay. And how we are going to mitigate these storm surges and how we are going to be prepared from these storm surges, means due to this coastal communities, these coastal communities, they are going to give the measures to mitigate this impact of storm surges, that can be include the building sea walls and levees, and also we can build the flood barriers, and we can just implement the land use planning and zoning regulations. By this we can just eradicate the storm surges here, and we can just contact the emergency response plans, and we can just educate the people how we are going to save ourselves from that one, and there will be evacuation procedures, how we are going to protect the lives and properties during this storm surge is going to be occurred. We are going to learn each and everything. There will be so many communities, means so many government communities that will just give the preparedness when the storm surge is going to be occurred. As well as the cyclone also, we have to prepared when this cyclones is going to be occurred, and what are the measurements we have to take if you are going to save ourselves or save our properties from these natural hazards, means we have to prepare ourselves. We have to educate ourselves how we are going to just save ourselves from these natural hazards. Mainly, what are the effects of these storm surges, means first one is coastal flooding. If any storm surge is going to be occurred, means there will be so much coastal flooding here that can inundate low-lying coastal areas here, and also flooding homes, business, roads, infrastructure. Overall, this will automatically damage due to this storm surges. Why? Because this flooding can be extend almost for several miles here. That's why there will be in particularly flat coastal region. If flat will be there, some flat surface will be there or slope surface will be there, means there will be so much flooding is going to be occurred in that flat area, slope areas. This will get extensive damage to the properties and also infrastructure. And coming to the next one, that is erosion and coastal damage. Due to the storm surges, we can just erode the beaches and also dunes and coastal vegetation, that will lead to the erosion of the soil, erosion of that overall soil, and that will lose the natural protective barriers also here. And mainly this erosion, this can stabilize the coastal structures. Destabilization. If the storm surge is going to be occurred, means there will be destabilize of that coastal structures. What are these coastal structure? Means sea walls, levees, buildings, and they will automatically exacerbating the overall damage due to the flooding here. Next one is infrastructure damage. And these storm surges, this can damage or destroy the overall these coastal infrastructure like roads, bridges, pier, and also utility systems. And also this floodwater can be just damage the overall infrastructures like power plants and communication networks like telephone lines, electricity lines. Due to these storm surges, these are all the effects we are going to face here. And there will be so much impact to the environment also. Why? Because that will automatically destroy the habitat destruction, and there will be contamination of water bodies, and there will be contamination for the ecosystems like mangroves and also estuaries, wetlands. Due to this, there will be so much damage to the environment here. These influx of the salt water into freshwater ecosystems means that will harm the overall aquatic life, and this can disrupt the overall ecosystem of that area also. Next one is human casualties. Due to this storm surges, there will be so much threat to the human life and also human properties here. Mainly due to the populated coastal areas, there will be rapid inundation of flood water, means automatically people can, due to this flood water and overall nearer to their homes, means automatically people cannot come outside. Due to this one, people can trap in their vehicles or homes only. That will lead to the drowning, or that can cause the injuries also. So these are all the human casualties we are going to face due to this storm surges here. Okay, that's all for today. These are the references books. You can also refer. In this one, there will be some detailed explanation of all these natural disasters. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.